beauty and the benefit of Public Allies is it provides a space to formally train, to provide opportunities for community building, to provide a place for youth who are interested in doing this type of work, provides a space to do that. So not only are they well-rounded youth when they come out of the 10-month program, but that they're skillful in the competencies and skills that they need to have to be effective leaders and to affect community change. With the community, by the community, for the community. Peace.
Hi, Shan. Welcome to Public Allies.
Welcome to Public Allies,
Actually, welcome to Inner City Law Center.
Awesome.
I'm Amelia Faye Berquist. I'm a first-year ally in the 2010 class.
I'm Paul Jung. I'm second-year ally in the 2010 class.
And we're here to give you a little tour of our working environment.
Come to our cubicle.
So this is where we work. We work back to back, literally. I work specifically on issues around the rent escrow account program with the Los Angeles Housing Department, advocating and supporting tenants here in the city of Los Angeles and addressing issues of slum housing.
And right now, I'm primarily helping the Homeless Veterans Project attorneys. And yesterday I actually visited one of their clinics at the Salvation Army Haven. So I'm really helping out with that group of attorneys working on the Homeless Veterans Project.
What brought me to Public Allies, I heard about it through my aunt, and she's like, you know, like they teach you everything about what it means to run a nonprofit, you get some organizing skills. We thought clerical skills that I was lacking, and then also some leadership development too. So I came looking for basically a lot of professional development, like not really any personal development, which is really funny because once I came and I joined, like I would definitely say the most development I got out of the program was personal development.
My name is Kai Jarda. I represent year 0910 for Public Allies. And what brought me here this year is I think I have a lot of personal experience as far as the GLBT community goes. That definitely helped me out on the website. The minute I saw that, I was like, let's go.
I think the biggest learning experience is seeing what my privilege is and how to use it to give back and also to stay humble in the process.
I think what I've learned most in this program is a lot about myself, a lot of personal growth, and a lot about social justice. It's definitely been a very eye-opening experience in terms of learning community organizing and definitely seeing the background bone structure of nonprofits. So that's been very rewarding. I realized that with growth, you need to look inside yourself first and to see what I need to build as a person, and then to actually ask to learn for more. So I think that's one of the greatest things that I've learned so far is learning what I know and then learning what I need to know.
I think one of my challenges has been, I feel communications. I think communications is key. Like everywhere you go, like even trying to converse with your supervisor. You know, it's been a challenge for myself. I'm currently a case manager working with the homeless population. That could be very challenging because I'm used to working with kids, at-risk youth, but I have no regrets.
One of the greatest challenges has been learning to roll with the punches and not always know what comes next, but being willing to take it on and make it better.
Hello, my name is Brett Terrell. I'm the Director of Advocacy for the Inner City Law Center. We're located in the Skid Row area of Los Angeles, and I've been providing legal services around the community for approximately 30 years. We've been a partner organization with Public Allies for 8 or 9 years now, and have had between 1 and 2 allies every year since we started the partnership. And it's been a very rewarding experience for us. Quite a number of very qualified young people come through. They've had a lot of energy to the work that we do. And we've even hired several of the people to work with us after their internship was over.
What brought me to the program was really just wanting to get an experience about the community, any community for that matter. And I was placed at SRO, so I got to work with the homeless seniors, specifically in downtown LA. And I want to say one of the biggest challenges was just being out of my comfort zone, because I grew up, very in a suburban kind of area, so I never really had encounter with homeless or anybody who was uninsured and anything of that matter. So just to really be comfortable and finding a common ground to deal with them, to talk to them, was just a really big challenge. Not to mention the workload and all that, but just a connection. The connection was really hard. And one of the benefits, I have to say, is the awareness, the advocacy that I got to learn through the program, to learn to advocate for people who, doesn't have resources and are unaware of the resources, and just to really tell them that, they're a human being, that they should deserve, get everything that they possibly can get. So that was really a benefit, to be able to help people when I didn't realize that I had that ability to help people. So that was like a big benefit, and that helped me continue my work as, someone who can advocate for anybody in any kind of community, and which is what I do now. I do breast cancer, so I advocate for a lot of my patients. So it's a really great program.
So right now I'm really interested in working on my facilitation skills. So I'm learning from other people, even from the staff here. I'm also learning that at age 31, learning is a lifelong process. I think I'm at the point in my life where I'm still soaking up stuff and engage with folks that are 10 years younger than me, and also valuing their experiences and what they have to say.
One of the greatest things and memories I have from Public Allies were our Friday trainings. They helped me grow a lot in just my isms and grow in personal development more than it helped me a lot in growing and understanding people and different people from different backgrounds. So I really like it. It was challenging, but it was a great experience.
So the Gift Seed, what we're doing today in training, is actually one of the, what we call the continuous learning tools. It's an opportunity, since the Allies are so engaged in their work, they're at placement, they're engaged in their TSPs, their team service projects, and they're also engaged in the training space. There's very little space to actually reflect and to hear from other folks as to what it is that you're great at, or that we appreciate about you, and what are the things that we think you can improve. The idea isn't to tear each other down, but to build each other up and to give each other that feedback.
One of the reasons I decided to be a second year was that I realized there was a lot more for me to learn, and I can assist others in the learning process. And discovering that, as much as we hate the program at times, once the 10 months are over, you realize the value and the once-in-a-lifetime experience we get in this program, where we have a space where we can challenge ourselves, be completely wrong, and be in a safe space where we can check and be told that we're wrong, and learn from it. So, in conclusion, I think I'm in the process of realizing that I'm not perfect, I don't have the answers. I probably will never have the answers, but I'm open to understanding and learning other alternatives.
My first year was really challenging. It was a lot to handle. I was challenged a lot. A lot of new ideas were introduced to me. It was really surprising to come out of it a different person. Yes, I did get those skills, but I also became more confident in myself and my ability to do things and take initiative and pursue my ideas. And then the funny thing about it is I came for the organization that I worked with, and I ended up in a second year of Public Allies with CV Tech. So that was definitely awesome. Challenging, definitely second year as far as leadership development and implementing that, supervision, those kind of things. But it was worth it, very obviously, because I'm now permanent staff at CV Tech.
I initially came into the program wanting to continue the social justice work I've been doing in college. I've definitely been able to do that, but along the way I think I've learned a lot of other things. I've definitely learned a lot about diversity. I always thought that I had been in a lot of diverse spaces, even in college. I was in an office where there were a lot of different groups, but then still I realize now that we were still very separate. Coming into Public Allies, I think we definitely aren't separate. People are very different. You always know what it is, but then you don't realize how important it is when you see everybody's stories coming together and people clashing. Diversity is very hard to work through, but it's definitely something that's very important. Because without it, I don't think, you never know the whole picture. If we want to make change for everyone, how can we do that if we don't know each person's story?
I feel like community can be a group of people who, you know, on the surface share the same values, the same viewpoints, the same beliefs, and you guys come together and you're a community. But I feel like a community should be able to challenge you, a community can uplift you, a community can bring out the best in you.
Stay true to who you are, and be real. Don't try to put on a front or a facade, because this program will consume you if you try that. So yeah, be real.
Don't write about what you think we want to know, because there's no way I could answer that question for someone else. You know, like, what we're looking for is what makes you you. Tell me what you've been through. Tell me what you've seen. Tell me why you find this interesting, or why you are passionate about this work. Tell me about why would you want to invest so much time in a program such as this. It's not just a job, and it can't just be a job. The program really digs into a lot of the things that are personal and private. And the reason for that is because we acknowledge the fact that our values and our assumptions affect our behavior and our treatment of other people. And when your work is primarily dealing with people, those assumptions are the most important thing to be able to be honest about, and to be able to engage with others about. And if you absolutely find yourself in a difficult position and you cannot do that, this program might not be for you. We challenge more than just assumptions. We challenge beliefs, but not from a place of you have to be like us, there's no such thing. It's more like, can your belief stand up to the treatment and the emotion that comes out of someone who is affected by that belief? Can it stand up to that? If it can, then those are your choices to make.